Alright, what's up guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Buildit video. Today we're going to be doing the side pass for this week, and I'll be giving you guys some tips and tricks for the contest of mayors for this week as well. So make sure that if you are playing COM competitively and you're a low level player, that you stick around for that information. Okay, so the first thing is make sure that you like and subscribe. We hit 1,500 subscribers recently, so awesome. Anybody who's not subscribed, if you could go ahead and hit that button, then we can get that number going up. All right, now, let's see. Remember to use your blueprints as they do expire. Yeah, thank you, EA. We're loving that. So apparently, in one day and 18 hours, whatever extra blueprints that you have, they will get deleted. You cannot use them towards the next design pass, which I think is pretty shitty of them, considering they're also charging real money for blueprints. That being said, make sure that you get the most for your blueprints. I'll probably just get the dozer and the storage for club members, because it's worth more to them to get those items than it is for me to get the 3 keys. So I'll definitely... yeah, I'll just get the storage and the dozer. It's not worth it to take the 50 cash or 40 cash or whatever that, what was that? Yeah, 50 cash. That's more cash and items than it is worth it for me to have, you know, 5 more trees or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase these 2 so I don't forget, and then that'll leave me with 50 left over. Okay, which will apparently be going in the garbage. Thank you, EA. So, the next thing here is, let's check this lovely email, see what the hell they have to say. Okay, that's just talking about the new side pass. So, as many new side passes, the first thing that we look at is if they're going to... okay, yeah, so they kept it the same, so you can get these pink plumb bob points from doing the contest mayor's assignments, house upgrades, and in-game purchases. That being said, let's go through what you're going to get. What you're going to get is, you're going to get simoleons, and if you want to know the amount before collecting it, all you have to do is hold down on this, and it'll tell you the amount. So that's worth 3,000. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and leave that for if I get another coins assignment. Since I don't play the contest of mayors competitively, I actually do that assignment. That being said, moving on to the next thing here, we have 3 keys. Once I reach that one, I will keep that one uncollected as well, so that I can utilize that towards a golden key assignment. If you're a low level player and you have the keys in your list for 1,200, it's highly possible that you're not going to touch that until you get to your tickets. So you might want to save it. Just make sure that you don't forget to collect these rewards before the 6 days is up. Okay, the relaxing beach. This is a pretty useless item, if I might add. It's tiny, it's ugly, and it's useless. So all around, just I'm not real excited for that one. The 3 storage of each item. So what this means is you're going to see a lot of storage in VU on the global market, because there's always crazy people selling their rares. Don't be one of the crazy people. Be one of the people that benefits from the crazy people. So, yeah, get your ass up on that global market and start finding those storage and VU items. Now, they probably won't be here quite yet. I feel like a weather lady for SimCity. It'll probably roll in around noon. No. Just make sure that you do check throughout the week. And also, if you are somebody who wants to utilize these rares, you know, you don't have to collect them right this minute. You can wait. You know, in other words, they're yours. They're going to be yours as long as you make sure that you collect them before the 6 days is up. There's no hurry to take up that extra storage space. Just leave it in your pass. Same with your mayor's pass. Okay, sailing club. Now this one is, it's okay. I think I have this one already purchased on the beach, but I mean, it's not horrible, right? The next thing is a beach expansion. Same exact thing. Okay, so if you collect this, it will force you to use your beach expansion deed before it allows you to use your items. So if you haven't started unlocking your beach yet, don't collect this just yet. Okay, wait until you get hopefully to a point where you've unlocked like some of the higher end spots that take more rares, rather than wasting a deed on one that requires less. It's basically like a free pass, you know? You get one space to unlock. Do you want it to be with one that's asking for 1 of each beach or 15 of each? See what I'm saying? Unfortunately, for those of you who haven't started unlocking the beach yet, odds are, if you're not in Mega, you're not going to be unlocking the beach until you get to the Mega League, if you're following the Missy's Building Guide, which means that you will probably have to collect this anyways. So it just kind of depends on your game individually. The next thing is the Platinum Keys. You get 3 whopping Platinum Keys. Really, dude? Come on. You couldn't make it 5? But yeah, 3 Platinum Keys. You can collect these right away. They don't take up any additional storage space, and you cannot put them towards any assignment in the game. That being said, there's really no reason not to collect them. Okay, the next thing is cash. Now, if you're somebody who has issues with in-game purchases, accidental in-game purchases, definitely hold off on collecting any additional cash, as it could be at risk of being lost. But if you're somebody who's, you know, not falling asleep on your phone and you don't have an issue with clicking stuff, then I would say go ahead and collect it. The next thing is the Beach Sauna Bar. Now, this thing is kind of odd looking. I was going to say it's kind of cool looking, but not, I don't know. It's interesting. I don't have it yet, so I can't put it out for you guys to show you what it looks like, but it appears as though it's going to be a little bit larger and kind of bulky looking. I don't know. You know, it would be nice if they would, when we click on things, if it would actually enlarge the building so we can see it in more detail, but it just doesn't work that way, because when you play EA games, there's no logical sense in any of it. Okay, so as promised, I'm going to be giving you guys some Contest to Mayor's tips. Now, I have not changed the quick guide or the regular guide. I haven't changed any guide yet because I've been just kind of watching patterns and studying everybody's lists. So when the Contest to Mayor streaks first came out, I analyzed the data that was brought to me, and I gave you guys the best possible advice that I could to deal with what you were dealing with. And that advice was basically that you should not be doing the streaks if you're a low-level player in Mega that's playing competitively, following the Missy's Building Guide, those players. You should not be doing the streak assignments unless they are a choice that you would be doing otherwise. This way you eliminate the risk. However, after watching the lists and the algorithms and the patterns for the last 2 or 3 weeks, I'm noticing that there has been an increase in 2K place values. So before, you were lucky to get 4 2K place values in your list at any one given time. Over the last 2 or 3 weeks, what we're seeing is a lot of extra 2K place values and 3K place values, meaning you're able to have more than the 4 than you were allowed to have before. This changes the dynamic of which you're going to deal with your upgrades. Same as the we had a rule with cancellations, right? So if you had 4 or more tasks, upgrade tasks in your list worth 2,000 points or higher, you were supposed to do a double cancel, right? And follow the procedure in which you would do that. The dynamic now is changed. I will do my best to get that guide updated as soon as possible, but I'm still analyzing data. Okay, I'm still looking at everything. I gotta watch everybody's game that's in my group or in training and look at the patterns in which the game is throwing you guys these upgrade tasks. But right now, what you guys can do to kind of combat the issue is I want you guys to practice the Contest to Mayor's math that I put out. I'm going to be putting out more videos on that. The SD card that I bought for the camera is not a fast SD card. I forgot that I needed one that is 4K capable. So, yeah, you'll definitely, I'm going to end up putting one out on my phone. I apologize. It's just, I have to get this information out to you guys, and then I'll make sure that when I get that SD card in that I record it, you know, a lot better for you guys. That being said, for those of you guys who want to know what you need to be doing this week, what you're going to do is you're going to, if you didn't see the other streaks video, the one that went up, I believe, 2 days ago, definitely take a look at that video. But basically, to sum it up, is you're going to stack up all of your upgrades like you usually do, except for you're not going to make it a priority to do those 3K cancellations right away. You want to get as many upgrades stacked up as possible without totally destroying your score. So if you're still getting high value tasks, you can allow those to sit. If for any reason you think that they're blocking high value good tasks, then you will need to do some kind of a cancellation. And I'll have more information for you guys on this when it comes to the contest to mayor's math, but you're going to have to use the mathematic formula that I have written up if you want to have your answers much easier. I know it looks more complex than it is before, but really, honestly, it's just putting all of your thoughts out on paper is what the math is. So what you're going to do is, for instance, I have somebody in my training course, and I can't really show you her screenshots because a lot of the people that watch my channel, they battle against people in my group as well. So I try not to show any stuff until after this week's stuff is over. But I will say this. Don't cancel your high valued upgrades unless they're blocking something, and then once you get to about 20 tasks remaining, you can start working in those streak assignments. The theory here is that you low level players, you only have, if you look here, you have the residential zone, Old Town Home, Latin, Paris, London, Tokyo. That's 6 upgrades, and then you get the design challenge upgrades. That's 7 in total that low-level players have possible, right? That being said, if you have all 7 upgrades in your list already, you can whiz right through all of those streak assignments because you have no possibility whatsoever of getting an upgrade within the streak, right? So that being said, you've eliminated the risk 100%. Now that's only if you can get the game to put all 7 upgrades. But obviously if you have 5, that's pretty damn good, right? If you have 5 upgrades in your main list, then what you can do is you only have 2 that are risky. That you've lowered the possibility quite greatly. Also, another thing people are seeing is that when you play the contest to mayors, the game tries to level you out, which is why when you choose an 800 or 1000 point task, you usually get a 3K task in return. That's the game's way of trying to make up for the points that you didn't earn by doing a lower valued task. When you do the streaks too early in the game, which a lot of you guys are doing, you know, a lot of people are just going straight for the streak assignment because they're so focused on those extra bonus points, they're not looking at the loss of points they're getting from the lower valued tasks. But more importantly, what's going to happen is, because you did the streaks early, you're at higher risk of getting upgrades, and you run the risk of the game trying to level you out and giving you all terrible assignments after the fact, right? So you're going to start getting a lot of, 1200 point tasks if you complete the streaks too early. Whereas if you wait until you're closer to the end of the contest, which the reason I say 20 tasks remaining, this allows you 20 tasks, 15 tickets. You have 6 streaks in a Mega League, and I believe it can range anywhere from like 4 to 6 tasks in one streak or something. So that leaves you enough to where the game doesn't have enough time to level you out. So you can keep those bonus points and you can put up a really nice score that way. And you can lessen the risk of getting those upgrades and being forced to cancel them and then ultimately lose your bonus points. So try to eliminate the risk as much as you can, benefit, and then be done. That's the whole theory here. Now, let's say that it's the beginning of the week and you start off with a lot of upgrades already in your list and they're worth a high value. Like I said, if they're blocking stuff, if you're not getting anything good by them sitting there, you will need to do some kind of a cancellation. Don't do a double cancel anymore unless you feel that you need to do that to be able to get, good stuff. The thing that kind of concerns me is that people will cancel when, let's say it's the beginning of the week, you did a 3K delivery, and then you got a 3K upgrade, and you decided to cancel that 3K upgrade without doing any rotation at all, and it kicked you another upgrade. If you had waited and not canceled that and done a rotation, you would have seen, oh, the game is probably going to give me another upgrade. So let's say that you got the upgrade and you let that 3K upgrade sit. You do your rotation and you get another 3K upgrade. Do you cancel again? No. You do another rotation and see what the game's going to give you. Get all your stuff stacked up because you don't want to cancel too many times. If you cancel too many times, you're going to have problems, right? You're going to drop your average pretty far down and you're going to have to make up those extra points, which could be problematic. Now, usually people don't pay very close attention to the pattern in which their week is played out. That's why I tell people, always take screenshots. Okay, if you take screenshots of the top and bottom of your list, you can submit them to me, and usually what I have them do is they open up a Google album and then they make that album shareable. They upload their screenshots in order, they give me the link, I can join in on the album, and the album will notify me every time they add photos. Every time they add photos, I can go in and I can review it, and then I can send them a message and say, hey, this is right, this is wrong, this is where you went and made a mistake. And it actually is a lot better on you because you can see what was going on at the time you made that choice. Whereas before, it's like, I could look at your score and say, okay, your score's bad, and you could say, oh yeah, this is the reason why, and that could be what you really believe, but then in all reality, you made several mistakes, you just didn't know you made them, right? Because obviously nobody's trying to make a mistake on purpose, therefore you wouldn't be aware of the mistake unless I knew about it. Now, a lot of people don't notice pattern, so what you need to do for yourself is maybe every 10 or 15 screens, go back through your screens and look and see if there's anything that you missed, any pattern that you missed, any repetitive cycle that you're going through that says, oh, gee, I've done the keys 16 times already this week. Probably not a good idea to do the keys 16 times in a week, right? Now, I'm going to be talking more about this in the Contest to Mayor's Math video that I'm putting out later today. So for those of you guys who are still needing help with the Contest to Mayor's Math, make sure that you check out that video. We are adding in the subcategories, and I'm going to give you that list right now so that you have it. V is for value. So if you want to write this down, you can. I will be printing up or typing up a legend for you guys, but V is for value. V/O is value opportunity. O is opportunity. V/P is value possibility. V/D is value difference. Then you have G for game, what's going on in your game. L is for limited time. D/T is for downtime. And I believe that, oh wait, no, there's one more. What was it? I can't remember. I have it written down. I think it was like LP, but I can't remember what it stood for. All right, so that is the gist of your formula. Usually what you start off by doing is doing your task breakdown. So when you open up your list here, you will go through, you'll do your task assessment, and you'll say, okay, the coins for a low level player, of course, is a LR. You'll mark that LR for last resort rotatable. The launch 1 disaster VU, that is a R for rotatable because it's below the 2K place value. The war booster is a R task. Okay. The monster at that value, because it's 2K or higher, that makes that a main task. So that being said, the Earn Leaf Simoleons, that is a main task because it's over the 2K value. You guys, of course, won't have this task if you're considered, if you do have regionals unlocked, you are considered a high-level Contest of Mares player. I'm going to have high-level comm videos coming out this week as well. And honestly, high-level comm is a lot easier. It is so much easier in terms of choices, but in terms of it being beneficial, it's definitely more beneficial to play comm as a low-level player, and the competition is significantly less in the lower level. The lower level bracket of comm players are usually people who don't know what they're doing, and therefore the competition is significantly less in the lower levels. As you progress up in higher levels, you will have people who still don't know what they're doing, but it kind of depends on where you're at with the high level. You know, how many regionals do you have unlocked, and what level are you? Are we talking level 40 with 2 regionals, or are we talking level 99 with 5? You know, you're going to have a much harder time once you hit level 60 and above than you will if you're between level 25 and 40. It's usually actually okay between 25 and 40 in terms of competition, but in terms of you know, the cost of the Contest of Mares each week is going to rise every time you unlock certain features in the game, like the Omega. That unlocks another upgrade, which you'll have to deal with. Same with the regionals. It just brings in more upgrade possibilities, and that's not good. Same with the regional currency assignments. Those are a nightmare. So make sure that if you're watching the Contest of Mares tips videos, that you actually meet the criteria for it. I'm seeing a lot of high-level players watching the low-level comm videos saying, oh, your tips really helped. It's like, wait. What are you doing? You're not supposed to be playing like that. Your score would be so much higher if you were playing differently. So I want to make sure that the high-level players understand that this technique of avoiding upgrades and all that, that is not meant for you. Why would you allow a 3K upgrade to sit when you could do it? You know, that's foolish. So there are techniques that you can use as a high-level player to bump your score up, and we're going to talk about those in the upcoming videos. So again, make sure that you like and subscribe, and I pretty much put stuff out like every day. So make sure that you check YouTube every day for any of the updates to the game or changes to any of the guides. You can join us on Facebook. If you go to SimCity Buildit, MissyAnne YT, our Facebook page has links to all of our printable guides, and I usually put out any bit of announcements go up on the Facebook page. You can ask questions. You can just share your design ideas. If you won the contest, you can share your winnings there. All that stuff. So definitely check us out on Facebook. We don't have Discord anymore because I hate that app. But if you need to get in contact with me, you can message me on Facebook. All you have to do is type in MissyAnne, and then if you type in Marysville, Washington, it should pop right up. It should pop up anyway, but definitely if you type in Marysville, Washington. If you want to be a member of our group, a lot of people ask what is the name of our club. The name of our club is Neverland, MissyAnne YT. I think I changed it. It was Missy and CPT, but I took his name off there. Either way, though, you know, never search for a club by its club name, because if the name changes, then you no longer have access. What you should do is look for the club's code, and that is the little tiny digits underneath the shield when you open up your club here. So you can, this is the section where you can browse for clubs or whatever. You have restrictions in place. So what people can do, the president, is they can say that, okay, we want to look for players that have this high of a comm ranking, this high of a war ranking, or whatever. So that's what those red numbers are below the join sign. Then you have apply. Apply means that somebody with some kind of authority within the club, so usually a vice president, and I don't think senior can. I know senior can start war. They might be able to approve people as well. I'd have to go back and look. But basically, you would get approved in, and then you usually when you apply into a group, unfortunately what happens is people will apply into our club and then they'll be in a group. I can't accept your application once that happens. The button to accept you pops up, but only for a few seconds, and then it disappears. So then I have to go and contact that person and be like, hey dude, I can't accept you. You have to leave the club that you're in. Once you leave the club you're in, the buttons will reappear. Now, the next thing is, let's see, what was I going to say? So, yeah, see these little tiny digits below the shield? That particular number, and you don't have to type the hashtag in, you just type in the numbers. Our number is R, as in Richard, Q as in Quincy, K as in Katrina, RQM, M as in Melissa, so yeah, Richard, Quincy, Melissa, Katrina, Nathan, George. RQMKNG. That is our club code. So if you want to join into the group, don't just submit an application. You have to contact me first. We never approve people that we don't know. We get way too many applications coming in. I will deny them all if I don't know who you are. I will deny your friend request if I don't know who you are. I don't want people ransacking my depot on my friends list, because a lot of the stuff I post for club members. So if you are on my friends list and you see something in my depot that you want, please ask me before you purchase it, and I'll let you know what's available or whatever. Alright you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get this uploaded, and then we will start the stream for today.